Hello, my friends. All right, let's see if this is working today. Let me make sure that we're live over here. Oh, good. Okay. Looks like we're live. Let me turn my phone off. I thought I already had. Hello, hello. Please say hello in the comments. Let me know you're here. I'm going to show you our card pull from this morning. All right. Let's get some people joining us here. Hello, hello. I'm Jody Harvilla. I am a psychic medium, spiritual teacher. I do all sorts of fun things when it comes to spirit and energy work. I do a ton of energy clearings. I do a ton of space clearings, retreats. I got my fall retreat coming up. Just took a group to Sedona in February, which was amazing, of course. I have a new class coming up. I'll put that up too. Let me put this link up too. Oops. Let me grab it. Not that one. Let me find it. Hold on. As long as I'm sharing, let me get, maybe I don't have it pulled up here. Maybe I don't have it pulled up. Hold on. Say hello in the comments so I know you're around. There we go. Okay. Okay, just in case anyone is interested, I only have 4 spots left, five spots left for my October fall retreat, and I'm so excited for it this year. I found a new location. I love my old location too, but I really, really, really wanted to be on the lake. And through some magic, I found a beautiful couple that owns the most great, like, camping, fun, by the lake cabins, retreat space. And so we're going to be there the first weekend in October this year. So it's a little bit earlier than normal. But I really wanted to get into that beautiful weather. So I have a few shared rooms, and then I think I only have 1 private left. So if it's something that you are guided to and you have questions, please make sure you reach out. Okay. All right. Let's see who's on. Hello, Miss Brianna and Miss Jolene. Good to see you. Hey, Miss Kate. I just responded to your note in that group. And yes, totally feeling that. Hello, Miss Zaina. All right. Hello, hello, everyone. Hello, Miss Carla. Good afternoon, everyone. So I'm going to try to do this all week, actually. We have some really fun stuff coming up. You will definitely want to be around for April Fool's Day, April 1st. We have a fun thing coming out that day. But I wanted to get some energy moving. I had some struggles this winter. I got sick. I got pneumonia. I was traveling a ton. That part was great. My retreat was amazing, but I am just now kind of feeling like I'm like a spring flower. I'm coming up. So we have a whole bunch of stuff. So I thought, let's start with some basics and let's get some energy moving and do some card pulls. That is one of the things I first started when I did this work. I loved Oracle cards. I tried to learn tarot, and people always laugh when I say this, but there was just too many rules. I couldn't do it. I don't mind tarot. I have a couple people that I know that do tarot and they're amazing at it. I just didn't have the patience. And so I prefer Oracle cards. I like affirmation cards and things like that. And the deck I pulled from today is one of my favorite decks. It's actually one of my best sellers too, is my Naughty Spirit deck, because how can you pass up Naughty Spirit, right? He's the most fun of all of them. Lots of swear words though, so watch your children's ears. I will try to be mindful of that. But they're very good, especially if you tend to have a little attitude once in a while. and I tend to have people that have a little attitude. So when I created them, I talked about them long ago with the designer that did my very first deck, Kay. And I was like, God, we really should do a naughty deck. And I said, this one's so nice. And I love my first deck I ever did, but I knew I needed something more because, you know, sometimes you have kind of that shitty day and you're kind of in a bad mood and you're being a little stubborn and all that kind of stuff. And so that's why I created Naughty Spirit. Because every time, even to this day, and they've been around now for a long time, even to this day, they still make me laugh. And they've taught many, many, many people swear. So I think that's funny. I have a client that she comes to lots of classes and stuff, and she had her table of ladies around, and they all were taking turns learning how to say the swear words, which I thought was hilarious. So they are fun cards. Hello, look at everyone jumping on. Yay. All right. So a couple of things coming up. Let's see what is coming up. We got some Spirit School stuff coming up. So if you are in Spirit School, make sure you check the calendar. We have our full moon group clearing is coming up in 2 weeks. So this month we're going to do it on the 10th. The full moon is around the 12th, but I'm going to do it just a little bit early because it tends to get more people that can come. Friday and Saturday nights are hard to get you guys to show up. So we're going to do it on the 10th and get you prepared for the full moon on the 12th. And then I have a class, the Shake It Off class on the 17th. That's a 2-hour class, and that's going to be for those. I keep hearing this. People are really, and I've been feeling this for several months now, that people are really needing reminders, both the basics and some new things on how to clear energy from their bodies, minds, their spirits, their homes. And I wanted to do a class on that because the energy's been crazy this year. And so I wanted to do a little bit of a refresher. So yes, there'll be a few things that you probably have heard about before, and then some new techniques that I've learned. So that's going to be on April 17th. Okay. All right, Lo, let's go and go through the cards. Okay. So those of you that maybe didn't pick a card on my post this morning, and check tomorrow morning, because I'm going to do another post, pick a number 1, 2, or 3. And then I will let you know which card that is drawn for you. Hold on. I got to open my she shed door. It's hot in here. It's springtime, so it's either super hot in here or super cold in here. So if you didn't pick a number this morning, pick number 1, 2, or 3. And then I will let you know which cards. So I'm going to teach you, you know, this is sitting right in front of me. So I'm going to, while I'm waiting for people to pick their numbers and jump on, this is a great tool for people that tend to take the hard way. Me and a friend were talking one day, and we were both kind of laughing at each other because it's like, you could do things a whole lot easier. And she's like, oh yeah, you too. Like we both kind of took the hard road for a long time. And she, like a week or so later, she stopped at my house and she gave me an easy button, and I loved it. It'll go off by itself sometimes. But you can go on Amazon and different places like that.
That was easy.
And remind yourself that it's easy and you can do things a little bit easier. Isn't that funny? Okay, let's pick. I'm not seeing any numbers coming up here. Someone post a comment and make sure that this is working. I think it's working. It's showing you guys. I'm just all of a sudden not seeing the comments. Oh, I see Donna just jumped on. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. So I want you to pick either card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. And then I will read them off. Okay, good. Yeah, if you want more than one card, I don't care. There's not crazy rules to this. If you want all 3 of them, you can pick all 3 of them. But if you're guided to one of them a little bit more than the others, that's your intuition, that's your spirit. So I want you to practice. There we go. Now we got some numbers. Okay. I haven't done lives for a really long time, and Facebook has really shifted things. So I'm just making sure I'm getting used to everything again. There we go. Okay. Now we're working. Okay. So if you picked card number 1 from either now or this morning, I kind of laughed at this because this is a message that's been coming up for so many people right now. So stop being so effing stubborn. Stubborn, stubborn, stubborn. That is an energy that is in the air right now. And I am really seeing that with a lot of my clients is they are digging their heels into things that aren't necessarily supportive or helpful for themselves. And it could be an old story that they have. It could be something that they just don't want to change, which is that's your right. Sometimes it's learning new things or learning a new way, and you get stubborn on that. Sometimes people get stubborn about their opinion. They get stubborn to knowing what they should do and could do to feel better, and they just refuse because it feels better to be angry. Or it's a self-sabotage. Oftentimes being stubborn is really a self-sabotage because it stops people from supporting you. It stops people from letting them in. It stops you from having more joy and happiness sometimes. Not always. Like sometimes there's a time to be stubborn, I guess. But I've just learned over the years, because I'm stubborn, I can be very stubborn. And I've just learned when that energy comes up and I'm being stubborn about something, I should probably take a look at myself, because it's probably an old habit, an old thought process, an old reaction, something that I want to hold on to instead of growing through into a new way. So stop being so stubborn. And you can add in the colorful words just in case kids are home from school right now. Does that make sense for some of you? I know it does, because I can see your names over there and I know you guys. Okay, card number 2. I love this card. It's always a good reminder for all of us. Even if you're doing it, you should do it more. Have some fun. Have some fun. Add in the colorful words. This is something I am not seeing enough people do. I am watching clients. I am watching people I know. I'm watching people around town, and it's like it's wrong to have fun right now. And I don't believe that. I think that is actually what so many people need. I went out the other night. Wish I could show you the videos. Thank God I didn't have a camera when I was in my 20s. I'm just going to say that. But I went out with my bestie. We've been friends since 4th grade, and her husband and her daughter. And Eli met us later. And oh my Lord, we laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed. We were having so much fun. We danced. We were singing with the band. The place that we went was really just didn't have very many people there. So a lot of the people that were there were kind of like this. And we were not like that. We were having so much fun, and we like crying. We were laughing so hard. And it was so awesome to be in that kind of energy. And I think a lot of people are holding back from that right now for whatever reason. And that really just lowers the vibration. So I really do feel like people need to be reminded to go have some fun, whether it's out to a movie, whether it's out for a walk and enjoy the sunshine, whether it's playing ball with your dog, maybe going on a date with your spouse or your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. But I feel like people are forgetting, like, we get to live our lives still. I know there's shit going on in the world. I know there's always going to be shit going on in the world. I'm not going to let that stop me from actually having some fun in my life. So just a little reminder for some of you, have some fun. Okay. All right. Number 3. This one is good too. Also a great reminder. This one can be tough though. You kind of got to coach yourself out of it a little bit. So card number 3, stop sweating the small stuff. It becomes so tiresome. This is another thing that's been coming up. My warriors, Everyone's worried and they are stressing over things they have no control over at all. Or they're not getting involved in a way where they could have some control. They're just kind of bitching and worrying. And that doesn't help anything. So stop sweating the small stuff. To me, when I start doing that, I get in my head and I start to worry about things and I start to spin and then I make a big deal out of it. Like I have a whole thing around that. I've done that for years. I have to distract myself with something bigger than I am, whether it's something for you guys, whether it's something for my family, whether it's something out in the world, doing something good for somebody, whether it's helping out a neighbor or a friend. But that worry energy and that stubborn energy is such a draining energy. There's a book I tell people all the time I talk about it. I read it when I was 18 years old. I still talk about it now and I'm 51. How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. And it's a Dale Carnegie book, and it's not a very big book at all. And it's got some great little exercises in there, and it's got some great stories, and it's got some great information about worry. And that is still a book that I talk about usually several times because people don't listen to things that could help them. But that book really helped me shift that space of worry. I used to get headaches from worrying. And I just was I just worried a lot. And I would get headaches because I'd be worrying a lot. And it even has things on how to get rid of headaches in there. Like, it's a great book. So first of all, you all have to stop being so stubborn. Then you need to go have some fun. And then you got to stop worrying and being like so connected to all these teeny tiny little things you have no control over. It's draining your energy. I would kind of maybe move them back and forth. I would say have some fun, stop being stubborn, have some fun, stop sweating the small stuff. So there is your card read for today. Like I said, I'm going to do this all week long. And I think it's good to get some energy out in the world a little bit, have a little fun. I'll use different decks all week, or I'll use the decks that I'm guided to use. So if you have a favorite deck, let me know about it. Put it in the comments. I'd love to know about other decks. I have several decks that I've created, but it's always fun to hear about people's favorite Oracle decks. We talk about those a lot when I'm out and about and selling them at my expos and stuff. So that's what's happening this week is I'm going to be on live almost every day doing some card pulls for you guys. I'm going to draw the cards in the morning and I'll put it on my page. You guys pick your numbers and then I'll come on at different times live the next day. I think tomorrow I will be on about 4:30 as well because I have a spirit school class tomorrow night. And so I'll jump on before that. Okay. All right, guys, you guys have a great afternoon. I hope you're doing well. I hope the cards made sense to you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.